women couldn't get loans and things like that. So yeah, I think back in the day it was more of a necessity for women to get married. Nowadays it's not that necessity. So I believe people are more reluctant. I believe people are more or less willing to share their assets in their life nowadays.
Okay. And Jazz, let's get it from a female's perspective real quick.
I agree. 'Cause at the same time, me myself personally, I never thought I'd be married. So like my went total opposite. But at the same time, I've always been independent and all that. So it's different for us now than it was back in the day when my mom was young. So I agree with LBC because it's totally different now. I don't have to be married. If you can, and then it's true, like a lot of people they don't want to split up their money, they don't want to split up their assets, they not trying to have joint accounts. It's hard to be a baby mama and a baby daddy together. How you gonna be? I don't want your
So
money.
you think it's because people are more independent that they choose to just live an independent life?
I mean, that ain't the only. I don't think that's the only reason. But I mean, everybody can make their own money now. It's not more. It's not so much of a fact that I have to sit at home and take care of the kids because I can't work. Only my husband can. It's not like that no more. So
All right. So PG, thank you for joining the Just the Facts panel. We all did a little short introduction of name and affiliation or what you're pushing in marketing. So I'll give you the opportunity to go ahead and do that, and then I'll catch you up on speed on what we're talking about real quick.
Shit, it's PG the Hustler, man. Black Money Media, CEO, owner, Black Money Media, various other endeavors.
All right. So what I asked was, do you think today, given also another married man on the panel, let's throw that out there first. So do you think that people are now more or less reluctant to get married than in prior years or in prior times? And if so, why?
I believe it's case by case. Different people got their different reasons. I believe it's on your background. Honestly, um, I think it's all because of what you seen. What you seen or what you kind of are used to. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, because like different demographics still believe in marriage like tough. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of you know our race that don't believe in it. People that have seen generationally have seen like bad luck through marriages, but then there's another side of that where people still, it's still a thing. Like you see all the new trends. It's all every year it's a new marriage trend. You know what I'm saying? People walking down the aisle, different places, destination weddings, just different stuff. So I just think it's situational.
Okay. What about you, HB?
Um, I feel like nowadays it's less marriages, but I feel like people get married for the wrong reason. A lot of people get married for the money. There's so many marriages going on, and then people getting divorced quick. But like back in the day, that was the thing to do. You get a girl pregnant, you marry her. It was a lot of families that had like, you grew up with 12, 13 brothers and sisters. And the mom and dad was married. They had a big family. You ain't really seeing none of that no more. Y'all know how it's going.
Not in our
What make,
community.
what you mean not in our community? What
It's
not in our
still
community?
the with the big families and stuff, it's still a lot of white folks have big ass families.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think
Not
they
not
push the family? Do you think they push the family value or narrative more than what we do in our community? Is that why?
Of course. That's exactly why.
Is that so? Do you think that's good or bad? Or like, is that a positive or a negative to our society
Well,
of
of
people?
course it's negative. Of course it's negative. How could
Is
it
it
be?
any way to fix it?
How could it be
Is
positive?
is it a way to fix it though? Is it a way to change the outlook or change the perspective that's put on it?
Is it a way to fix it?
Yeah,
That would be something that has to actually be set up, like sat down and actually, you got to come up with a system or a plan or something to, and really you got to come with a sort of a attack because you got to attack just like the way we've been attacked before, but you kind of reverse that shit because, like as we saying, like the way we doing shit now as a culture, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Like it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like back in the day where you know what I'm saying we had grandma, and grandpa had 13. Like I know my family, it was 13 of them. Like my uncles and them, my great uncles, my dad's and them uncles and them was 13 of them. You know what I mean? Like we don't have that no more. Like so, I think that's something like you said to fix it. We gotta figure out. We gotta push the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Start showing people. And unfortunately, we don't control like the media or the narrative. Like you know what I mean? And then those that do control it, they only put the trash out. You know what I mean? Like the people that do push things, they only push the trash.
I think I think the difference in what makes everyone so reluctant to it is the fact that that's not even what's being pushed. What's being pushed is to be independent and to do your own thing, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not. It's actually like it's almost as if it's it's promoted to have a kid and to be single and to live life like that and just do whatever you feel like, just be free.
Yeah, I believe it's a certain demographic too, also that believe and that view children as like accessories. They they treat children like accessories instead of like family values. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is what I'm building this to bring to pass on to my children, or I'm instilling these values to pass along to my children. Instead of that is, oh, I want a kid because they so cute. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see that shit all the time on TV, like when you watch different shows and shit, like it's like a novelty sometimes instead of like real family values.
Using them as trophies.
Yeah, like I definitely agree. It's a whole different mindset now.
So do you think that we have any like personally have can you say that you personally, because I know that you're married and things like that, right?
Hmm.
So with that being said, obviously you probably instill that more so in your kids than to not be married, or how, like what's do you even have that kind of conversation in your house,
Well, so uh,
or is it just
with
more
my
so a lead by example thing?
it's that they see it. My sons are too young right now to be talking about that. 13 and 9. I do have a 26-year-old daughter. We've talked about it, spoke on it, and dealt with relationships. And she is looking for somebody, but she knows because of and I'm just gonna kind of get. I ain't gonna get too personal, but I'm gonna just go and give a kind of like a deep example. She knows both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? She knows the marriage and the mom and dad there. Then she knows just the mom there. You know what I'm saying? And she knows mom and somebody else. Like there's different sides of the dynamics. She knows all of that. So I think she's well versed in what she wants, and she's not gonna like go into it for the wrong reason. I believe she is looking for it for the right reason, and for the and for her seeing everything growing up. I believe she's well, equipped on navigating through, the relationship, what I mean, that relationship struggle. So yeah, it's we do push it, but it's something that's kind of automatic, kind of because of what they learn. So like you said, lead by example. So
Right. So that kind of put me in my next perspective. But real quick, LBC, I seen you shaking your head. What you agree with that? Basically, you basically agree with what PG was saying.
Yeah, yeah, I agree that I agree with the part where we said that no, I haven't talked about marriage with my children. You know what I mean? Son or daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's just we live like this. You know what I'm saying? I think they see what it is, like PG said. You know what I mean? But I want to back on something we just said a minute ago. I think the issue in the black community, as far as what we were just talking about, is too much, as we said, independent being pushed. It's too. I hear too much. I don't have to have a man to raise this child. Now, I didn't all the way agree with the well, I take that back. I ain't even gonna get into that. But I think that the it's just too much independence being pushed. And I think it is it's a negative. You know what I'm saying? It's negative. Um, when you put it into people's when you keep constantly stressing the media and keep constantly stressing, I can do this on my own. I don't need a man to do this. I mean, yeah, it's true, but uh, in the long run, it's best for the kid to have both parents, and that was not being pushed back in the day when people were staying together long. That's all I wanted to say real quick.
Right, right, right.
Let me
And
say this though, because just because you independent don't mean you taking care of the kid. It ain't necessarily got to deal with the kid. It's more of the fact, like I said, that I don't necessarily have to sit at home and be a stay at home mom nowadays unless I really want to. You know what I'm saying? I can actually get up and make my own money. I can help pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? That's the independence part that I was talking about. I ain't talking about raising, especially the boys. I ain't trying to raise no kids by myself. I ain't making
but
by
let's
myself.
say,
I got, but
but so like that's a funny thing that you say that because the independent thing means that you, like LBC said, you don't need nobody else to do this, but so you can do it by yourself because you're an individual, so you're independent. So I think maybe you got something different than an independent
no, I
person.
don't
Maybe
because I'm independent to the point where I can pay my own bills. I make my own money. I get myself to and from work, like stuff like that. When it comes to cooking, cleaning, da 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 da, I could do all that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
right. So you are self sufficient, but you're not. It's not being an independent person because you're not ideally wanting to be an individual. You don't want to raise them kids by yourself. You don't want to have to
I ain't
drive
having
yourself
by
to and
myself. I
from work.
shouldn't have to raise them by myself anyways.
Right.
Whether we together
Right.
or
So that's
not, we
why.
don't have to be together to raise our kids together though.
And
Independent
that's
means
the end.
your own.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So you're doing it on your own if you're independent, but you're saying what you're saying is you are a self-sufficient person. Like you can suffice, you can do the things that you need to do for self, but you want a partner, you want somebody there beside you. And I think that's the attitude that people
I
have. And
no,
most
because
people say they're
I never felt
independent
that
and
way.
take the wrong mindset. You never felt
I
what
never
way?
really felt that way for real, for real. I always
thank you,
felt
love.
that me myself personally, I always felt that I would be alone. So I think that's what made me do everything on my own. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like as far as
Right.
a long term relationship, I never thought that'd happen. I didn't have like 5 years, 6 years the most. That's it.
So
Never
what is deemed
ever
a long-term relationship?
like to the point where you get married type thing. Like anything 10 years plus. I never had anything go for 10 years until I got married.
HBC, HB, you got something? I think you was. I think you had said something.
Um, I like I'm self sufficient. I feel like I'm independent. I do everything by myself, but I feel it's not evenly yoked. You know, I got my daughter. You know, she stay with me. She got her mom in her life. We both kind of raising, but I just feel like a family home should be the man, the wife, the kids. It makes things easier. It's evenly yoked like that. You know, a
For
child
sure.
growing up in a household with mom and dad married, they liable to follow that.
So the White Brown dropped a comment. He said, "Sometimes us as men make women independent by not being real men and raising our children." Do y'all have anything on that? Y'all, what y'all think about that?
Can you say that again, bro?
Sometimes us as men make women independent by not being real men and raising our children. What y'all think about that?
Okay, so yeah, okay, all right. Facts. Some men do that. I mean, I mean, at the same time, man, we gotta all take accountability. Like, we pick our mates. We pick the people that we have kids with. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I got to say about that. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe we don't rush into things. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to. Yeah, that's true. There's some bad men out there. Some bad women out there. You know what I mean? Gotta pay attention to who you have a kid with. Know
Watch for
your
them
partner.
red
I got.
flags.
Know your partner.
I ain't gonna cap. See, for me, I think it's more so a situation of like, at the end of the day, yes, you do got to pay attention to who you're dealing with, and you have to be more mindful of the people that you're dealing with. However, like everybody say, it take two to make this baby, right? It take two technically to raise it. However, in this society, we made it where it's you can be one person, but that's here nor there. That's not this conversation. At the end of the day, I think we need to have a conversation more so about people need to stop giving up or stop quitting and walking out of relationships. If you had a kid, it's things where you really probably just need to work that shit the fuck out and stop being thinking the world is a fucking fantasy and all hands on deck. Let's work this shit out. We gotta figure this thing out. First and foremost, you should have known who you was having the kid with. If you was one of them situations where you didn't know who you was having the kid with, well, shit, that's a tough cookie. That's a tough pill you got to swallow. But in the situation where y'all in a relationship for years and then the person has the kid and then all of a sudden the person is single, they raising the kid by themselves, it's a lot more behind it than just, oh, the man being a deadbeat. I admit there is some deadbeats out here, but the story is not always just the man is being a deadbeat. We got to stop running with that fucking narrative because that shit is crazy. We
I
seeing it
don't
right
really
now in 4K. We watching it right now in 4K with the Halle Berry and DDG situation. You know what I'm saying? This woman went and said that this man is a deadbeat. He not doing this and he doing all this and he done beat me and blase skip, blase skip. He come out with his evidence and we all looking like, oh shit look a little different now. You know what I'm saying? So we really, I don't really even think it's necessarily men not being men. I think that society just created this fucking illusion that people stand by that I deserve better and I deserve this. No, you deserve what the fuck you got. Now you got to learn how to live with that shit. I think that's what it really is.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this before. It ain't all about deadbeat. Sometimes the relationship just don't work out.
Yeah.
Now
Sometimes
we
shit just don't work.
and we got to stop always putting it on the man, like Jay say. Like sometimes these women go into these things doing this on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Not all, not all men is deadbeats. But sometimes these women go into this things like just having babies. Like you know what I'm saying? Look at what's the one girl that Try to hit the lick on the basketball player on the hoop dude. Y'all remember? Y'all
Baby, little
remember?
baby,
And
baby
she had
Brittany,
a whole she
little
had a
Haiti baby.
whole video. She had a whole thing. She came out with a video and vlog trying to teach girls how to do this, telling them where to
Yeah,
go,
you got to
when
be
to
talking
go,
about
when
Brittany
also.
Renner.
I think that's her. I think it is her. Like trying to tell
Yeah,
them where to go, how to. She was teaching that to a whole culture, a whole slew of girls. She teaching them to do like, come on, we got to stop putting everything on the men.
I'm just like it's at the end of the day in 2025. It's just a different culture, and people is ingesting a whole different slew of shit. So at this stage, it's like we got to look at things at a whole nother angle because these folks is on demon time. Like PG just said, these folks is really out here. Like I'm about to go out here and get this bag. So if you one of them dudes that got bread, you probably about to get smacked over the head. Some female is scheming. If you don't have bread, bro,
And I'm
some
gonna tell you
female is
another
still
thing
trying to
that
get in your pockets.
you know what else funny? Niggas that act like they got bread and then get with chicks and then mess around and have babies with them and they realize and find out later they ain't got no bread. Then the chick be mad. Like, oh, he ain't shit. He ain't no money. Well, you should have stuck around a little bit longer and figured out all the way that he ain't had no bread. Because niggas will set them traps. Niggas will dangle that cheese out there like they got bread and they ain't got shit. Be living with their mama. You know? Got on
Man.
Gucci and Fendi and driving them Dodgers, nigga. Gas, nigga. Won't even give him $100 on the
Silly as
light bill.
hell.
Hey, what's the guy I think he played college football? I was talking about him on the show with the girlfriend. Now she pregnant and divorcing him.
Oh,
Oh
Travis
no,
Hunter.
she's
Nah,
not
he ain't
divorcing
getting
him.
divorced. It's not no
That's
divorce
the
involved.
Nah,
But that's the Travis Hunter dude.
football
that's Travis
player.
Hunter.
Yeah, Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
She's
he not
staying in
getting
for the long
divorced. We
haul.
not gonna slander him like that.
She
People
playing the
are
long
coming up
game.
with that. People are
She
coming
Yeah,
playing.
up
she
with
done.
that.
She
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely
she done
playing the
had a
long game.
she got the baby and all with Buddy. She
Hmm.
ain't that stupid.
Yeah.
Now Tyreek Hill and his dumb ass,
Now, I thought
he got
okay. I thought I
big
heard
time.
old girl got caught cheating. Was that fake?
No, that's all fake, man. No, that's
That's
all
probably fake.
fake. They just
Yeah.
man, they
Fake
slandering,
news.
they slander. Anything you hear right now is just people trying to make a story. That is far from the truth. That
Right,
man
because
is
I was
out the
gonna say
way.
when you go and look
Clout
at their
chasing for
stuff, bro,
monetary
they
value.
really look like they kind of happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they got going on, work for them. Like Travis and his thing, that worked for them.
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
Yeah.
They've been
But hey, hold
slandering.
up though. So I do need to get the perspective from the women's side though. I want to hear what they got to say about that.
about this
So I'm
marriage
gonna ask
thing.
the question again just in case we forgot what it was. So it was sometimes us as men make women independent by not being real men and raising our children. What do you got to say, T?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that for sure. Um, whether it's intentional or not, it does happen. Um, some men are not, they just not ready yet. They like babes in Christ, like they not developed yet. So it's easy to,
So okay.
be the blind leading the blind when you're not fully ready yourself. You know what I mean?
So let me ask this question then. Because that's a good point. That is a very good point. But that goes against this point that I made when I said, I think people need to try and work things out more so than just walking out on the relationship. So with that being said, every woman always says this. I hear this all the time. First, women are more mature than men. This gives me the idea. If a woman knows or thinks they know that women are more mature than men, also the second point would be they're more emotionally intelligent, so to speak. That's what they say. Why then don't you take your emotional intelligence and your maturity and say, hey, I'm not going to dump this baby off on him right now. I'm going to give him some time to process this and grow into his manhood, but we are going to work this out and we are going to stay together. Because
So,
do you think in the same perspective that sometimes women do bombard the man with a lot more pressure if he's not ready?
like, understand that logic and maturity well, there's a it's a tread bit of a thin line there.
because like, oh yeah, we're mature enough to get up and make sure we go to work on time. We're doing what we need to do. We handle our responsibilities on time, doctor's appointments. Those things are made on time. We're responsible in those factors. We're nurturers in that aspect already as women from the beginning. As men, they're just not responsible. They don't make always the best decisions when it comes to like family oriented things. The fact is like women are mature in a different facet that has nothing to do with logic. So you can't really, you know what I mean? Like you can't really put those two together.
All right, so let's say the man has logic and the woman has the emotional maturity, and the man logically tells the woman, "Hey, look, I'm not ready to be a dad right now, even though we about to have this kid." The woman tells the man, "I'm gonna have this kid regardless." Then I ask again that same question: do you still think that it would be more like or more easier for it to be done where, hey, we can stay together, we gonna stay together, but I understand that you need to go through this journey, right? Instead of all of the oh no, you're gonna take care of this baby, you're gonna be in this baby's life, you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that, you're gonna talk to my baby. If you don't love my baby or you don't love me, then you don't love my baby.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, I feel like that's like, yeah, that's, I mean, it is an immature mindset to say that for sure. I'm not saying that's not the case. I do feel like if you're in a situation and you do end up having a kid with a person, you should be trying to work that out instead of trying to search for something more or different, unless it's like for that set multitude of reasons why you wouldn't stick it out with a person in a relationship, for sure. Um, because you shouldn't want to try to split your home. You want to raise your kid with that father for sure. I'm not saying that's not
One thing for sure, two things about it. I remember grandma always saying she been through hell and back with granddad. Miss Jazzy B, what you got for me?
I lightweight agree with C, but at the same time, my thing is if we lay down and made this baby together, I mean, who's to say I'm ready to be a mom? But just because I'm the female, I gotta be the one that's stuck with the baby. Like that's crazy work. We both need to
that was all
figure this
about
out
choices.
together. It's not, and
That that brings a whole nother conversation because women
that's what
have
I'm saying though,
multitude of
because
options of how not to have to be a mother if you don't want to be a mother. But a dad has to be a father or a deadbeat father, regardless whether he likes it or not.
see, that's where that's that thin line between being a man and being a woman, for real, for real. Like I said, we get stuck with the kid regardless of the fact, unless we turn them over to children's services or something like that. Other than that, we got the baby 24/7. It ain't no, as a female, we can't say, "Oh, I'm not ready to be a mom, so I'll be back in a couple months." We can't do
Why
that.
can't you? Why can't you? You just said you
Who you gonna
could.
do that to? Well, like, okay, me, I'm a brat, so I'll be able to do so. I probably could did that with my mom. Like, I'm not ready to be a mom yet, mom. Take your granddaughter for a month or so. Let me get my life. You know what I'm saying? I probably could have did that. But like, who really? No, I can't see no female, especially if you're a real mom. Once you have that kid, you can't get that baby away.
Man, it happens. It happens. That's why they got adoptions and all type of thing. They got surrogates
I
and
mean,
all type of things going
yeah,
on.
like I
But
said, it's different for different people. But I'm saying, like me as a mom, I couldn't do that. But at the same time, I'm not going to force a man to be here, how much I loved you or not, when we lay down and had
so
his kid. So if you don't want to be here, then you don't have to be here.
so then that brings this question then. If a woman knows that she's not even ready to be a mom, right? Don't you think that would be like, well, we probably should have a conversation of why are you doing what moms do, or why are you doing the things that create the activities that makes you become a mom, right?
But that's what birth control and protection is for.
Hey,
And again,
so
that definitely goes back to it takes two to tango, because it's like, yeah,
Yeah, like
you know what I
that's what
mean?
birth
Like
control and
for
protection is
that
for.
aspect, yeah.
yeah, all right. So I had PG said something earlier about discussions in the home with kids and things, and I wanted to go into this conversation where I heard on this podcast this lady say her parents was married for 20 years and she never heard them argue. So when she got in her own relationships, you know, anytime a confrontation occurred, it was like it was it was it was new. It was like, whoa, this is too much. This ain't how it's supposed to be. So my question is, do you think that it is beneficial or not to involve your children in family discussions and or arguments?
Uh, no. Uh, Me personally, I don't think it's beneficial. I would never call that beneficial. Um, but I do get the angle that you coming from, because being is that if you've seen your parents have a disagreement or an argument, then when you in your own marriage have one, it's not going to be something that's odd. Like old girl was like, probably like, what the hell is this? like you supposed to agree with me all the time. Like my
Right,
mother did everything my father said. Like, yeah,
right.
nah, it don't work like that. So I mean, in some ways, yeah, I believe it prevents the, you know what I'm saying, the false narrative that couples don't argue. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So what, but involving them in it, nah, it just nah. Especially it depends on how, like, if it ain't their business, if it's between the mom and the dad, they gonna hear it because they there. But if it ain't their business, they don't need to be involved and talking and, you know what I mean? That's what you call getting out your place. What the old folks call it. That's my
LBC, what you think, man?
Beneficial? No. Only way, I mean, in the sense of the story that you just told, I guess it'd be beneficial for that lady, you know, but nah, beneficial, no. It never could be beneficial to involve kids in grown up conversations and grown up situations, you know what I mean? No. So now you put the child in a position to take side. So no, I don't know. I don't think that's cool at all.
HB?
Of course, it's not beneficial unless we arguing. The argument got to do with the kids, and they should know how both of their parents feel about the subject or whatever going on with them. But I don't really like to argue in front of my kids, their moms. I don't even want them to see me in that mode.
hmm
Go to your room, you know what I'm saying? Let's go on a porch and talk or something, but not no full blown argument.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like that big blowout drama type, yeah, hollering and all that. Yeah, nah.
Me and T had a interesting conversation about this earlier, actually. Go ahead, T. Tell them what was your view, and I'm gonna give y'all my side of the tape.
I
Last.
mean, I just think it depends on like the gravity of like the conversation, but I feel like I feel like no, because like at the end of the day it can like mess with you know the mental health of the child upbringing and seeing um how the structure of the home is built, but then to a certain degree it's like, well, yeah, why not? Because like how are they able to like deal with life situations if they don't see it and see y'all be able to like how it looked for y'all to overcome the argument, you know what I mean? Like because kids when they go out and they build relationships with other children, however you act and how you deal with situations is how they act and they deal with their situations. So like if you get angry about something, like if somebody asks you a question or if you don't like what somebody says, and then they see your reaction to how you act in that situation, then they go to school and that same situation happens and they blow up. Hey, that's merely what they saw you do. So it's like it's good to see how you handle situations. It's like problem solving.
So, Jazzy B, lady, you got in here at the tail end of it, so I'm gonna introduce you to the question. First, I'll give you the quick backstory. So, there's a lady that was on a podcast, and she says that her parents was married for 20 years. She never witnessed an argument between them. So later in her life, when she got in relationships, she didn't know how to deal with it, and she didn't deal with argument. So it was like, nah, that relationship is over. Do you think that it is beneficial or not to involve your children in family conversations or arguments?
Oh, that's a big no. Don't involve I don't involve my kids in nothing like that. Kids stay in kids' places. I've always felt that way. Like my kids is grown now and they still stay in a child's place. Like, but I would never like my parents was married up until I was like 14. I never seen my parents fight or argue, but I knew they was arguing because they were like always going in their room or whatever, and you could hear a little loud commotion or whatever. But they would never argue in front of us. They never fought or nothing like that. But at the same time, me and my relationship, I was one of them people where I'm not arguing with you. Like you could go ahead, we could separate. I don't even care. I ain't got time. That's too much energy for me. Especially now being older, I'm not arguing with nobody. I'd rather just dead it. We ain't got to talk no more. You know what I'm saying? Move on, go to like, and that's how I feel. But involving kids in adult situations is a major no-no. I don't care if I am standing there in front of my kids arguing. It ain't none of my kids' place to jump in it and say nothing, do nothing, none of the sort.
All right, so I want to ask all of y'all. Everybody has been with their parents and witnessed them in an argument, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
So
nope, never.
you haven't? Never? Okay, cool. So that
Nope.
gives you
My mom and dad never lived together.
Oh.
okay, well, let's say not your mom and dad, maybe your mom and her significant other, whoever she was dealing with at the time.
Nope.
Never seen an argument?
Nope. The LBC will tell you my mom ain't never had no significant other other than my dad.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, that was
you
it.
you in a completely different situation
Yeah, I'm
then.
in a different
So
category. Yeah, so I'm soaking it
yeah,
all
yeah,
in.
yeah. All right, so HB, you said yeah?
Yeah. Of
All right,
course.
so do you think at that point you was somewhat involved, not maybe directly, but somewhat involved in the argument because maybe whether you heard a side to the story or maybe you didn't hear a side to the story, but at some point in time you heard some of it which made you pick a side to some degree?
Um, no, I was always on my mom's side.
Mm.
So you would pick a side,
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
right? Whether right or wrong. Okay, what about you, LBC?
See, same thing, man. So like, all right, I'm like my parents. I didn't see my mom and dad together. You feel me? My mom and
Mhm.
dad was broke up before I was even born. So I seen them with other people. So of course I'm on
Mhm.
my parents' side, you know what I'm saying? My
Facts,
biological
facts,
parents' side, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know,
facts. What about you? What about you, Jazzy?
I can't say that I ever have. Like because like I said, I never really actually heard my parents like arguing to the point where I'm like, oh, daddy shouldn't have said this to my mom or my mom shouldn't have said this to my dad because and at the same time, I'm a daddy's girl, but I'm a mama's girl too. You know what I'm saying? So I think like for me, I just be in the middle. Like, can y'all stop? You know, I love both of y'all. Like, I think that would have been me. Like, I wouldn't have been
For
able to
sure.
choose between my mom and my dad. I would.
What about you, T?
Now, when they got separated and they had other boyfriends, oh, I'm in the middle of that all day. Because who is you talking to? You're not about to talk to my mom like that, and you're not about to talk to my dad like that.
For sure.
I used to
T?
tell them I kick old people in the ankles. Don't play with me. Not when it comes to them two. I will kick you in your ankle.
Yeah, I feel that
All
for
right.
sure.
So,
I I definitely I knew my mom wasn't right majority of the time because she was just doing some stuff that just wasn't right. So I already knew what it was. So like I was like, man, I feel bad for old buddy. Like I feel
man,
Dang.
I feel bad for stepdaddy right now.
That's cold.
that's tough. Yeah,
Hey,
that's tough.
before we move on, Jay, I want to ask HB one thing.
Go ahead.
So I heard you say, HB, you was always on your mom's side. What made you be always on your mom's side? Were you old enough to logically know, or was you just on your mom's side because that's who you had the tougher connection with?
Probably a little bit of both. Like, like I'm remembering an argument, and it was my mom's fault. Where he was saying, you know, it was my mom's fault. It was like, damn, ma, yeah, you fucked up. But I'm still on your side. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that nigga.
So yeah, you was
Don't let
loyal. You was ride or
Hey,
die. You
that's
was
tough. But that's tough as hell. Ain't no goddamn way. Right
Hey,
or
but
wrong,
no,
baby. I'm
as
with
a
you, right or
as a
wrong, though.
Uh,
as a father, I understand that, and I know exactly what he talking about because like it's just a different bond that kids have with their mother. You know what I'm saying? And they father, like growing up and forming my own dynamic. Like I never seen I seen my aunt and uncle argue, but I didn't ever pick a side because I didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't my mom or my dad, so it was just funny to me when they was arguing. I was in the corner snickering and shit, laughing. Me and my cousin
Right.
laughing like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, I mean, and me and my wife, we've had arguments, but never to the point to where it's like crazy. We have more like discussions. You know what I'm saying? We don't even like. I'm just not really the art. I've never really been the arguing type with a female. You know what I'm saying? With a female, like you know what I'm saying. With I just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I have a discussion, and you gonna think whatever you think. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes, you know how I get for us men. Sometimes, bro, we like whatever. If we right,
Yeah.
we still wrong, and if we, you know what I'm saying. So just you right, cool, all right, got you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sometimes
for
it's just
sure.
best to
I
do
ain't gonna
that.
fake. I think I told I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but I came to the conclusion. I think it's baked in the DNA for the kids to not like dad for real. Like it's fuck with dad say it's all about mom, and it's really just because of the relationship value that we hold. I guess we hold that to a higher regard because we know that we came from them, or there's some kind of connection that we have with them.
I
well,
don't
I'm not gonna
know, man. I
say
ain't gonna
it's F
say that.
with dad
That's a
say.
little harsh,
I,
right? That's
I ain't gonna say F with dad say because you already know when
It
About to
ain't
dad
say
come in.
because
When dad come
that
in,
word
so.
go far.
right.
everything
No, it
That
ain't
stops.
word
like
go
that.
So
I'm not
far.
saying it like that. I'm not even
I
saying
gotta
it
get
like that. I'm
loud.
saying
I
I'm
gotta
I'm
get
saying it
loud
more
with
so.
right,
you and
Right.
No,
everything in order for you to
no,
listen.
act
I'm
You
saying
ain't
I'm saying
irrational.
shut up.
I was gonna say
I'm
Right.
saying at the end of the day, I'm saying at
Or
the
do I
end of the
gotta
day
call
like
dad?
this. It's like this. Like I'm not saying that kids don't fuck with dad at all. Not saying that. But I'm saying when it comes down to it, 100% of the time the kid is always gonna just choose dad. If the two people are arguing, right? And dad is getting on mom's ass. Who you think they about to get on? They getting on the dad. No, dad, get away from mom. They protected mom. Even if mom was dead wrong and mom probably got a skillet about to crack that man in the head, they ain't really too tough on. They ain't really about to stop that real quick. But dad, they not about to let dad do no harm. Dad don't talk bad about mom, but mom can talk all the crap she wants to about dad. It's just it's tough out here. I think it's just tough out here. I think it's just baked in the DNA, man.
I believe it's the nurturing
Yeah.
aspect of it.
Yeah, because we're
I
Mother's
always
believe it's the
there.
Day.
nurture because
Yeah.
like no one it's the same with us, bro. Like when we get older, like you're not finna fuck with our mama. Like if you like just like everybody was saying, like if y'all didn't have a dad that was growing up and your mom had different boyfriends or something, you was pretty much on that nigga's head. Like on that nigga's head, like nigga, you not my daddy, nigga, I'll beat your ass. Like you know how kids be when it comes to that, but that just be they protector of their mom. Like that just so
And
yeah,
that's true.
I do agree. It's but I think it's ingrained in the DNA because it's part of the nurturing feeds into that. If you didn't
Yeah,
like, because I do know people that didn't have nurturing moms and they really don't understand the dynamic of that. Like they really just be
yeah.
like, yeah, fuck a parent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Mhm.
it's like
Yeah.
I'm just here. And it's like, yeah, like
Yep.
damn, like you ain't had nobody to love you, my nigga. Like,
And
oh
Hmm.
I
nigga,
felt
like,
that
and
in my
sometimes it be
teenage
like
years.
that.
In
So,
my teenage years, I ran into a lot of kids that was like that, my age, and I was like,
mm-hmm.
"What?" And like I didn't understand it. For me,
Cause
I
our
didn't
era,
understand it.
cause our
And
era, you
like
know, that was the dope fiend era. That was that mothers
even
was dope
though
fiends and shit. It wasn't there.
like my parents
Mm-hmm.
had just got separated around this time when I'm hearing, because to me, like just like something we was watching today, I thought that only happened in movies. I thought everybody parents was together or semi together or something. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
never thought
Hmm.
like it was really real that your dad got a whole nother family on this side of town and he ain't paying you and your brother no attention. I never knew stuff like that was actually possible.
till
But
you got
then,
older, huh?
yeah, when I got
Hmm.
older, I was like
Yeah.
14, 15. And then I started like talking to kids and they telling me how they ain't never met their dad their whole life, don't know what he looked like. I'm like,
Mm,
what?
yeah,
I can't
that's
stand my
crazy.
mom or hate my dad. I'd be like, how do y'all talk about your parents like that? Like for
Yep.
me, it was like, how do you talk like that?
Yeah, yeah. Like I always wondered that because even though my mom and dad wasn't together, I still had both of them in my life. You know what I'm saying? I could go to my dad's, or I could go to my, or I'm, you know, I was like my mom's. You know what I'm saying? If I fucked up, she sent me to my dad's. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. So it wasn't like, you know, I never understood that either, Jazzy. Like how somebody could be that way about their parents. I just don't get that. Like, cause everything they really was, unless your parents were just like pieces of shit and you got grown and you realize now that yeah, what my parents had me doing, my mama had me stealing out the store. My daddy had me selling dope for him, like riding with like
Mhm.
unless you realize they was really pieces of shit when you was young, you like what made you feel like that? Like that's wild.
Exactly. That's how I be feeling because I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about how you was raised. I say
Mm-hmm.
if a person was raised by their mom and they hate their dad because they never seen their dad, it's probably most likely because the mom was talking bad about the dad,
Talking shit.
and
Hmm.
Yo.
vice
Yep.
versa. And if and see, for me, I have my own set of circumstances such as PG, where I was actually raised by my granddad. My mom was in the military. My dad was doing his he was doing what dad do, whatever, whatever. But at the end of the day, like for me, I held my dad at a higher regard. I fuck with my dad more than I fuck with my mom at the end of the day. So
Mm.
I think it really just kind of boils down to what's being told to you as a kid when you're growing up. And if you're told bad things about either parent, you most likely gonna not like that parent. So
I don't know. Like, you agree to disagree on that one because it's like, I didn't grow up with my dad, but my mom never really talked. She didn't talk bad about my dad. Like, I just do my own conclusion about why I felt about like him not being in my life. Period. You know what I mean?
Right.
It had nothing to do with like nothing my mom said, like, cause she never talked bad about she. If anything, she talked about like how much she loved him and stuff, how she was in love with him so much and what he did,
Wow.
how that affected her. But, like it was me that ultimately was like, dang, it felt like it was just that like he chose to do what he did to be in that situation. So it's like you failed me. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
that actually is perfect that you said that because that kind of helps me land my plane. Well, everybody has acknowledged that they've witnessed a parent or someone close to them argue other than PG, um, and had some idea of what they was arguing about or whatever the case may be, but never seen the resolution or how was it resolved or how was it actually handled. So when you got into your own situation of that, you probably either took advice from someone close to you or you took advice from something that you might have seen or whatever it was, but whatever may have you been your experience in life, you took advice from that. So I say, in my opinion, I believe that yes, you should include your kids in family discussions in some form of the argument, but not the full blown thing, because you know sometimes it can get a little shaky. But my understanding of how things are is like T said, your kids are a pure representation of you in the public. Whatever you do, they're doing that same stuff out there in the street. Whatever you allow them to entertain, they're entertaining that same stuff out there in the public. Granted, we do have our, you know what I'm saying, our people that's out there that they kind of they find something else because somebody introduced them to something else. But that's the web of effects of life, everyday life. You know, you can't control everything. But I say all that to say, I do believe that it would be more beneficial for us to include kids into family discussions in some form of argument and the resolution of how it was handled, because that would then give them a leg up in understanding how to deal with everyday problems and everyday situations, which it seems to me that we are lacking in that department. I just did a reaction video of a woman that punched a police officer in the face, which is a clear indication that her parents never taught her how to respect authority.
yeah,
Can't argue
for
with that.
sure. Like that's true. That's some ugly truth though, unfortunately. Because our kids will go out here and not know how to problem solve. Like, you know what I mean? It starts from the root of the home. Even if they stray away, they'll find their way back eventually.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Hey,
What's
but
up,
y'all,
Al?
y'all gotta understand that like TV and social media and it's a lot of things brainwashing kids to where they might go out and do something crazy like that. But
You got that point, and that's valid, right? But that's what we allow them to see and what we allow them to take in.
So
hmm
I
therefore,
mean,
we
it
still
goes
have we
back to
still
the home and
ultimately
how
have
they
the
was being
control.
raised.
Right. We
Right.
still ultimately
Like
have the control.
if you don't take the extra step to go and put those parental guide settings on your TV, if you don't go and block off all that shit on the internet, if you don't allow them to even put a fucking you can't even get on fucking Instagram, you can't even download that app on your phone.
You can't have
You
no
don't
Facts.
account. You can't
you
have no
can't have
Facebook.
this
You
shit.
can't have no
Facts.
No, we not.
Snapchat.
We
Nope.
I talked about this in a reaction. I
at
actually got
what
to upload this one.
at what age is we talking though?
As long as
Shit,
you
but
want them
that's
to, they your kids.
you got control of that. You know how they mature.
No.
It's just like this guy that taught his kids how to use a gun. He taught one of his kids how to use a gun at 6 because he felt like they was mature enough. But he has another 6-year-old that he said he will not teach them nothing about a gun because he knows they not there yet. You have to gauge your kid. You have to know your kid.
hmm
But at the end of the day, like it's a reaction video that I have to drop now that I'm talking about the same exact thing where it's like, you know, people people make all the excuses in the world, but it's the stuff that we allow. We do everything we do is going to transition to our kids. If I'm riding down the street with my junior in the back seat and I'm listening to some Durkio, we talking about sliding on the ops right now, and I'm smoking in the whip with a blunt in my ear. I mean, what do I expect my kids to do? When he gets the age, he probably gonna follow my footsteps. Not saying that that's the wrong footstep to follow. Not saying it's the right footstep to follow. But at the end of the day, it's all about what you teaching your kid, what you showing them, what you introducing them to.
Right.
You don't have to.
I was gonna say it's more about what you showing them and what you teaching them.
Right. They not even following what the fuck you saying. They watching what the hell you doing more so than anything.
Uh-huh.
My son put
Even
his
by
pants up
action.
just like he seen me pull my pants up, bro. When he brushing his teeth, he trying to copy how I'm brushing my teeth. It's down to the most minuscule thing. When he's sitting in the chair watching TV, he got his feet kicked up on the ottoman, just like he seen me do. Chilling. It's the most minuscule things, and it creates the mindset and the mantra. Everything we say, if we speaking, if we know our kids in earshot distance, but we talking about how we about to do this and do that and do this, we can't. They gonna get curious. They gonna want to know what was we talking about. So if we not telling them, somebody else
I,
out there
I,
gonna tell them. When they
I
tell them
think
it's
that
wrong,
I think that's partially right, but I think when a child get to a certain age, they got their own mind. They're gonna do what they want to do. I know kids who parents was drug addicts. Me and my guys running in and out the house all the time. They in the same projects we in, but they didn't come out with that. They stayed in their little circle. They went to school. They wasn't hanging with us. But all they were seeing was this at home, but they didn't follow that suit. You know what I'm saying?
It's
that's
not
why
set in
only two.
stone for
That's why only.
everybody.
Hey,
If
that's
you
why it's only
reverse it,
2%. That's why it's only 2% of men that's in the NFL or in the NBA, because those is
It's a
anomalies,
small
bro.
percentage of
Those
people.
those are the people that knew how to they had a vision and they stuck to that fucking vision.
And
A
at
lot
the
of
same
people ain't
time,
a lot of people ain't built like that.
Yeah,
them the
but
same
when
type of people though. When you
they
see
will to
certain,
not want to live like that was stronger than they
yeah,
will
if
to
you see
succumb
something like that and
to
you
the
like, that's
pressures
not
of
how
what
I
was
want to live
around them.
my life. So
Hey,
you
I'm
gonna
gonna
then
give
go
you a
the opposite way.
so then
I
it's possible
I can
for
give
the
you
tables to be turned, you
I
know,
can
for
give
you
you
to
an
raise
example
your
real
kid
quick,
right, for
HB.
you to do everything that you're supposed to do as in raising and comforting and everything in your kid, and he still choose to or she still
Yeah.
choose to go off and this I didn't raise my child to do that. Some of the
Yeah, it's
stuff,
not saying it's 100%. We're not saying 100% of the kids that you know what I'm saying, like that we raised the appropriate way that's gonna happen for. We're not saying that because clearly we know there's a percentage of those kids that yeah, they gonna go out and definitely do what they want to do. They definitely have their own mind at a certain age. And that just boiled down to what I was saying before. They'll trail off, but at some point they're gonna come back and understand what they was taught. They're gonna think about that. That is just how we are as people.
Because to
We
this
sometimes
moment,
have to burn our hands sometimes.
how many times have you went back to your mom or your dad and been like, bro, remember when you told me yada da da? You was right.
Hmm.
I
Yup.
should have listened to you. I
I
wouldn't have went
dang
through
sure
all of
had to
that
do
if
it.
I wouldn't. I should have just listened to you.
Hmm.
But no,
planting
you had to be grown and you wanted to go see it for yourself. And
Yup.
now you
Burn that
butt
hand,
hurt.
stick that hand in the fire.
And now you butt hurt. And now you right back at mommy's crying on her shoulder. Like, come on.
Mhm. And that's
Yeah.
okay. Like some of us need a little bit harder lesson. Hey.
Sometimes you need to get that hit on the head. That's why some people go to prison and never go back.
Mhm.
Sometimes you got to go in them, get in them cuffs, go to that county, sit in there, get booked, come back out. You probably never gonna do that again because you like, damn, hell no, hell no, hell no. My people's cut me away from this for a reason. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
all it took for
And,
me
and
was jail, nigga. That's it.
Some
You
people,
know,
yeah,
prison, just jail
well,
was
some
yeah,
it.
people
yeah,
gotta
jail,
learn the
yeah,
hard way.
yeah.
Cause
Some people
good,
gotta learn the hard way, but
Some
those
people
yeah.
gotta
people,
learn
those
the hard
people
way.
that continuously bump their head, those were the people that were never guided to begin with. Because they never learned, they never had a place to come back to. But as long as you built that foundation, it's not no reason for. I mean, yeah, you gonna fuck up because everybody make mistakes, but it ain't no reason for you to go all the way left field. And if you went left all the way left field, hey, I don't know what else to say. That's a tough conversation to have. But anybody else got anything else on that?
But I do. Real quick, I wanted to say this earlier. We kept talking about. All right, a couple people said it's cool. Let the kids see us argue, so we could so they can learn conflict resolution, right? But what if
Hmm.
the two parents ain't got conflict resolution? What if the two parents ain't got conflict resolution? So now they learning whatever they learning from the house. You feel what I'm saying?
I
Sometimes
think
the
I think
parents ain't
that
perfect. Is what I'm trying to say. The parents ain't perfect sometimes, and sometimes they gonna learn that. You feel what I mean?
well, yeah, for sure. That's a good point to bring up. Uh, I think for that, I can say that if a person has learned to, let's just, I mean, it depends, right? So if we're talking about like a 5-year-old kid, right? That means that these people been in a relationship for, let's just call it the bare minimum of 5 years. I would say that you had to have learned how to conflict resolute at some point to some degree for you to be able to stay with a person and deal with a person for 5 years postpartum. Would you not agree?
Nah, I mean shit. Nah, I mean sometimes they can fight the whole 5 years. You feel me? Physically. But when shit get bad, they physically fight. You know what I'm saying? They don't got no conflict resolution. They ain't never learned how to. They just stay together.
Right. So I think this is a that's an interesting point because that is a dynamic that is true. Like I can say for myself, when my granddad, I never physically like visually seen it with my own 2 eyes, but I know I've heard the sound effect of a person getting smacked like real fucking hard and a whine come out. So I know my grandfather has physically put hands on a woman, but also I've seen it in movies, and I had to make the conscious decision, like we was just talking to HB about, where it's like I also have to make a conscious decision. Do that sit right with me? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Do I right sitting there smacking the shit out of a woman for whatever reason? Like, is there a reason that I can justify for me to smack the hell out of this woman? Now, because I've had that experience, I might have more of a reason to justify that, opposed to somebody like you might never have seen a woman or heard a woman getting smacked, and you can never justify it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to that, I say I think that kids are already sensitive to the environment that they're in. So if their parents are physically violent, then that's a complete set of lifestyle in its own, where that kid is already sensitive enough to that environment. That makes sense.
Yeah. I just had to throw that out there.
No, for sure. I definitely had to think about that because I think me and T had that conversation where it's like, yeah, if people are in a physically violent relationship, then no, hell no, that's not suitable for kids. But neither was that couple was suitable to be together in the first place, right?
Mhm.
So in the beginning, if they had a kid and they know they're having this kid, and obviously we taking the proper avenues where we're trying to stay together, I would hope that that family would go and try and seek help so that they don't take the violence.
Mhm.
But obviously that's in a perfect world, and I don't think that that's in a black culture. I think that's what white folks do, probably do shit like that
Yeah,
though.
for sure.
They really probably do shit like that. Who
Oh
knows?
no,
I,
they
I can't
do.
say. I can't say. But I think that would be a smart thing to do.
They
Even if
want
you
to
don't go
fix
get
and get help
counseling, at
for
least
everything.
see, my thing is this. This is my thing. Us as black folks don't hold other black folks accountable for shit for real. Like we try to excuse them for shit. We try to turn the blind eye to shit. If you know your homeboy is beating his girl, but you don't say shit about it, like you don't check him about it, you don't put him like, hey, bro, you need to. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that as black folks. So it's kind of hard to even correct the action if we don't do it ourselves.
Well, it's because it's classified as being snitching or minding somebody else's business, and
Right.
everybody, is always firm on, oh, we mind our own business. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got to do it. I ain't snitching on nobody.
Hey,
And it's like
if
sometimes it's the wrong
2025
mentality to have.
If 2025 taught me anything, snitching is at an all-time high. When I got locked up, I heard these folks talking about how they was gonna snitch because they was just trying to come home. And in 2025, I'm seeing all the celebrities snitching. I'm seeing everybody that said they don't like snitching. So hey, I don't think the street is talking about not snitching no more. We can't be still talking about not snitching no more.
Because everybody's snitching.
Everybody
That is
goddamn snitching
Everybody's
hilarious.
now.
snitching.
Everybody snitching. Like I'm sitting here listening to this dude on the interview talking about all kind of crimes, and he just said that he wasn't snitching because it never went to court. Nigga, what are you talking about? You
It's
just was
all
talking to the
recorded.
police. You was telling the police you never asked for a lawyer. You talking to police about crimes, about this, that, bruh. You whether you want to call it full out snitching, boy, you dry snitch. It's still snitching. That's how I see it. I don't know. I think I have a lot to say about that. That's it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Anyways,
wild.
PG, what's up, PG? Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
No, man, I just like I agree with T. Like it's because people always because that's my first thing where I'm minding my business. I ain't finna get nobody business. Hey,
You see, that's the problem. That's the
I'm not
problem.
finna get in nobody. I'm sorry. So this is the thing. It goes to a certain extent. Okay. If it's in front of me, dead in front of me, and something's going on, and it's to the point where, like, if I see two people arguing, okay, I'll probably just gonna walk another way. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if I physically see somebody in harm, like yo, like he finna wring her neck. You know what I'm saying? Like I might just be
Mhm.
like, yo, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I wouldn't even step in and be on like I'm trying to save her. I'm stepping in and hollering at both people like, listen, y'all.
To
I know you
resolve.
don't want. I know you don't want to go to jail. I know you don't want to be hurt. Like y'all, just take this somewhere else. Let's just like all these people out here. It would be some kind of reasoning that would have to be said. It wouldn't just be stop beating that woman. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. So hold up, PG. So
You
let me
can.
ask you this though. So check right.
It's a way to approach people.
LBC,
That's
LBC,
my what's the name? That's my
LBC,
bottom
your
line.
homeboy. LBC, your
Yeah,
homeboy, and you know he be beating the hell out of his wife. You have that conversation with him?
with him,
Like
of course.
behind closed
If
doors.
that's my homie, of course. Because if that's my homie, that's my duty to have that conversation with him
Right.
as
So
a
check, right?
friend. But
So
a
check, right?
stranger
That
is
means,
different.
but right though. But see, the stranger is somebody's homeboy, right?
Ain't
The
mine.
stranger is somebody's homeboy.
I get it, but it ain't mine, my nigga.
Right, but he's somebody's homeboy, and somebody's homeboy ain't doing their diligence. Like, nigga, why haven't you told your
True.
homeboy to stop that shit?
That's
Right. And
true.
We
so
in the
we
community already talk about this shit, but we
Yeah.
don't do the steps, the necessary things to fix the shit.
right. And so I want to co-sign on that too, because me and you and Vaughn had the same conversation about like how, you know, a white girl could be in poverty having the same situation, but you would never see her walking down the street with her baby on her hip. You want to know why? Because somebody in the community is reaching out to help this woman. The fact of the
Eh,
matter is, it's not all about being nosy, it's about helping. Like, that's the reason why you see certain things with white people. And we all know that white people be on the most food stamps. We know they be on the most public assistance. And it's like, you want to know why it ain't so public or broadband? Because they protect their people.
They ain't shaming folks about that shit. Niggas out here getting
No,
shamed for having
they cleaning
EBT.
up. They cleaning up. That's what they're doing.
I ain't gonna fake. I moved to the white side of town, right? Like I'm in the whitest
Straight
area I've ever been in since I've ever been in for real.
10 years.
And I literally walk. I literally live right down the street from the store. And you know, in the hood, we walk to the store. Fuck, like nigga, I'm about to walk to. Bro, I walked to the store, but this car pulled up on me. Hey, sir, do you need a ride? Oh, huh? I'm cool, bro. I'm right here. We good. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm thinking like, damn, you know, all my time of walking in the hood, and I done been walking some distances in the hood because I ain't have a car at some point. Ain't
Nobody
never had
said.
no nigga pull up on me like, hey, bro, you good? You need a ride or something? You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm like, dang. Granted, it's weird. It's like you think about it, it's like it's weird as fuck to us. But I guarantee you, Ben, Jack, and Henry over there, they think that shit normal, bro. Like, yeah, buddies
We help out
getting
our
rides all
people
the time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's just
in the
I
community.
do
We
that.
help out our people in the community.
you say
And
you
that's what it
do.
boils down to.
No, no, no. I'm saying we do not do that.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
no, we ain't helping. We ain't
Because we
helping. We just see
selfish.
people walking down the street, and we know it. We know they trying to get. They had a gas can in their hand. They walking down the highway. We riding past them like, damn, that motherfucker needs some
I'm gonna
gas.
just be
So
I'm
we
gonna just
keep
be
on
honest
going.
with you, T. I'm gonna just be honest with you, T. It ain't even really about being selfish, man. It's about the times we live in. You can't trust everybody. You can't
No,
trust
I
people
get
like
that.
you don't know if that you don't know if that's just a prop because remember a couple years back that gas can was niggas props. Niggas would stand up at the gas station with that thing like, man, I need a couple dollars, and be begging with the gas thing. That was
Hey,
you can't really trust niggas like you.
No,
So
hey PG,
I
I,
100% get that.
PG, hey
Hey,
PG,
so,
you know what the beautiful thing about that Trump bill is, boy?
what's
Trying to
that?
get rid of them. You're trying to get rid of folks on that type times. You hear me?
I'm weak.
Trying to get rid of folks on that type times. You hear me? Hey, get the
Hey,
folks up off them
hey,
streets, man.
I hear it, but
But
they
no,
going about
I
it the wrong
100%.
way.
No, I
That
100% get what you're saying, PG, for sure. But that's all about like too like I know I know it's like, oh hey, you could be like, oh let's use our best educated guess on who we're gonna pick up today. No, I mean I get that. No, I know it's not that cut and dry. I literally live and prove of a situation where I had a homegirl that literally was strung out on drugs that I knew and literally killed the woman and she picked him up on the side of the road, her and her guy trying to be friendly, older woman. And you never know what nobody's intentions are. I get it. So it's like I understand that, but it's like if they're in your community, you know what I mean? In your community, and we still turn a blind eye toward people in our community, that's where the problem lies.
like, I'm the
no, I
type of
get it.
person. If I roll past and I know you, I'm gonna stop. Like, hey, where you going? If I'm on the, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Hop in. I'm getting close to there. I'm going that way. But I did give two young dudes a ride. Like, we just going up the street, big bro. And like, all right, come on, y'all, hop in. And they ride me. They upped on me, and they ride me. I was just hoping they didn't shoot. You know what I'm saying? They ride me.
I, that
Never
that
again.
that
I would
that's
never give
that's fucked up.
strangers a
But see,
ride.
not picking up now. We're not picking up no grown ass men on the side of the road.
Nah, see, nah,
Man,
that's a seriously unfortunate set of events, to
Yeah.
be honest with you. But that kind
Yeah,
of
that's
goes all the
fucked
way
up.
back to like that goes back to the things that I always keep saying, where I'm like, bro, we as a community just have to do better all the way around, bro. Like
all the way around.
my my 10-year-old son should not be listening to drill music, bro.
Hmm.
No, agreed.
My my 15-year old daughter shouldn't know every lyric to Sexy Red, bro.
Or be
Definitely,
twerking and
definitely
and
agreed.
and having social
So at
media
the end of the
accounts.
day, we have to work as parents ourselves, right? Obviously, it starts in our home. So obviously, we can produce the proper people. But because we content creators, like this is what we do. Shit, we need to. I think people need to start pushing the message. To get look, people is being tricked by this music. People getting tricked about their draws. They getting tricked about their draws. They thinking that all these rappers is real street niggas. Come to find out, these niggas is snitches, sissies, and college graduates. Like they getting tricked up out their drawers and they eating it up, eating it up, eating it up. We really it's a I always say it's a culture issue because black people's culture is entertainment.
Let me say this real quick. Man, I've been listening to y'all. I'm been quiet listening to y'all. And I gotta say, in my lifetime, in the hood, at least 5, 6 times strangers gave me rides, man. Complete fucking strangers. Couple times it was because I had on cowboy. Hey, cowboy fan, where you going?
I think we lost LBC.
It,
LBC, come back,
it did freeze
baby.
up.
Come back, baby. I'm gonna let him come back.
All
I
right.
mean, just to speak on his point though, I'm not saying it's not.
Man,
It's not. it's not. It's a never. I'm not gonna say it's a never. I'll never say it's a never. But
Right. People judge people by how they look for sure.
we definitely not. We. It's just not something that happens. Like it's not something that really
And
happens too often.
and anytime I've ever been approached like that is because it's a whole man trying to holler.
Right, I was gonna say you a woman, and
Like bumping hard, beep, beep, beep,
that's a whole
bumping the
different
horn.
conversation when it comes
Like,
to
and
y'all.
I'm definitely not getting in no car with you. I'm cool.
Right, right. When it comes, I tell I
Like,
tell my daughter,
cool.
do not take rides, do not extract. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
That's what
I'm
you got to
good,
tell
thank
them
you.
girls.
I appreciate it.
But
I'm
see,
good, thank you.
but
Yeah,
see, it ain't even about getting rods though, because more so than anything, like for real. Most times, like females are like they'll call somebody and somebody will give them a ride. Like they can call a dude,
True.
nigga, give me a ride, they're
right,
gonna get a ride. But
right.
like the dudes that don't get rides, like I mean, we ain't got no homeboy that can give us a ride. You know what I'm
Well, I'm
saying?
just
Like,
speaking on like
why is that
random
girl walking down?
walking.
Why is this
I'm just
woman
speaking on
walking down the
random
street with
walking
her
though.
stroller? She shouldn't be walking down the street. Can't nobody give her a ride? Couldn't nobody like loan her a bus tickets,
I
bus
mean,
money or something? Like,
she could be walking her own
I ain't
pathway
gonna
too.
hold you, man. I be seeing when I see women like that, especially when it be raining and shit. I be thinking the same thing. Like, damn, like, that's fucked up. Like, you ain't gonna
right,
get
and that's what
nobody in
my
your camp like to just look out for you. But like,
And that's my main thing. It's not even about if we walking, just walking. It's more so like, bro, why is the fucking woman walking down the street with a kid and a kid in a stroller? She carrying one on her hip, and they just out here walking. Fuck that. That's crazy.
yeah,
Even if the neighbor could have gave her a ride, like I know the neighbor probably in there watching fucking something on
Judge
TV.
Judy.
Give her a ride, bro. Give her a ride.
Facts, big facts.
And another thing I just noticed too, since we talking about differences, since I just moved over here to this west side of the area, and it's like I noticed the trash on the grounds and the grass.
It's
It's not the
greener.
same. Like we be trashing up our shit. We throwing shit all out the windows. We throwing shit out the side of.
Oh yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. This we live a certain way, and then we expect people to treat us a different way. You know how you get in a person's car and they got junk all over the car. You ain't about to trip about leaving junk in their car. But if you get in a clean car, you ain't about to leave no trash in that person's car, bro.
you watching where you put your feet and everything. Oh darn.
Man,
Right.
hey, is it? Do I need to flip these mats over or
Right.
anything? Should I take my shoes off, bro? Man, this
And
sure do
yeah.
smell good up in here. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
one
I
thing
don't
also
know,
I
man.
peeped about even in the black community is like how like they'll throw in the drains. Like I was telling you about like throwing full blown
Uh,
trash, garbage in the drains. Like
Nah, I had a
why?
neighbor
Where
at my
they
apartment.
do
I had a
that?
neighbor at my apartment complex. They never took their trash to the dumpster. They just went outside with a big black trash bag and they dumped all that stuff in the drain pipe. I was like, bro, y'all,
Like,
why
do
do
you
y'all
know
do
what you're
that?
doing?
It was a
That's crazy.
YN. It was a YN.
Not being
I'm like,
taught, not being raised the right way.
LB, you good? You good, bro?
Yep, I'm here. My bad.
All right, what was you saying though?
I don't know, man. Damn, my fault.
It's all good. All right. So LBC, where HB done disappeared now. I was about to tell you to get on that thing you asked me about.
What's that?
Mr. The greatest president of all time,
Oh man,
Oh,
I
let's
had to
get
be on
it.
the podcast now. I had to be on here.
the greatest president of all time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, let's
What
talk
let's
president
about
you
talk
ever
about
seen
him.
stop? Hey, whatever president you ever seen stop crime for 2 weeks? No murders, no dead bodies. 2 whole weeks.
He went in there and got shit done.
that shit. Time retarded as fuck.
How? Tell me
One
how.
one would say that.
Tell me how. LBC, talk to me, man. Because I'm just gonna say I know that Washington D.C. is very very violent. They got murders every day.
Mm-mm.
That man brought them troops in. Them boys wasn't killing shit.
Mm-mm.
Crime went down drastically.
They said they weren't letting up either. They put that iron fist down.
And that is a great thing.
They said they weren't letting up either.
I mean,
They
listen,
trying to clean up. They trying to clean up the Chirac, but the Chirac folks they say they want more. They want more money for funding. They don't want help cleaning up their streets.
listen. Eliminating crime, reducing crime is a great thing. But do you want to live in the police state? I mean, it's up to. I mean, everybody got their own thing. You know what I mean?
You know, I get what you're going. I know where you're getting at, right? And I came to this conclusion. I think that there's an interesting thing that we have going on where, we hate the police, but we also need the police, right? But the hate the police was a learned behavior that technically we shouldn't have because if you know your laws and your laws and your guidelines and you know what the fuck going on, you shouldn't have any issues with the police. Granted, I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh, because we black we get stereotyped. It's not true. I'm not gonna say that. I know that happens. However, my point is like for you, LBC.
Right.
Back when I first met you, back when I first met you, right? You was walking back and forth to work, right? You would walk to work, you get off, you walk back home. You're not into doing nothing. You minding your business. Now, if a police decide to pull you over while you walking and he wants your ID and all this, that, and the third, it's not too much of a hassle for you to give him your stuff, right?
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. It's
Because you're
not.
not
I
doing
mean,
that wrong. So you have no reason. So he's not gonna bother you after you get your information. You handle that situation appropriately. He gonna let you go on your way. You go about your business. Granted, you irritated because you got held up, but at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, he let you go because shit, you ain't up to nothing. But
that
it's the people that's up to something that always have something that's going on that goes wrong, right? And we have this nasty taste in our mouth because we give these folks unjustified justice, like a motherfucker that been killing folks in the community already. We don't think that they should go to jail or they should get dealt with by the law. Like that's where we live at in this time. So in my opinion, it's like I don't think that living in a police state or area is a bad thing. I just think that it's an inconvenience for how we want to live our life.
facts. Okay, now let me reply to that real quick. And yeah, you went exactly where I was gonna go next. For the most part, I'm a law-abiding citizen. You feel me? I'm a grown-ass man. You feel me? Parent and shit. I ain't out here doing shit. You know what I'm saying? And no, you're right. The policeman pulled me over. I'm going home. But I'm gonna tell you though, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. The policeman stopped me after my ID. I ain't gonna just be like, "Here you go, sir." No, nigga, we gonna have a conversation about the shit. For what? For ID for what? Who the why? Nigga, I mean, you know what I mean? And maybe that is learned behavior. You just said that's learned. Maybe that is learned behavior. I don't know why, but I mean, I just got an issue with being harassed. Stop.
Interrogated.
But
Interrogated.
I mean,
But so
I guess I'm
so
gonna just go ahead and fucking say it. I'm gonna just say it out my mouth. I'm gonna just say it. I kind of got an issue with authority at some time and shit like that. Especially if I ain't doing shit. I just want to keep it 1,000 with you. I kind of got an issue
and
with authority, especially if I ain't doing shit. Man, listen,
and
don't bother me if I
we
ain't doing
we
shit.
talked about that though. We remember we had a conversation about that where I said, most people that never grew up with a father figure in their life most likely do have a problem with authority. Most people
See, I grew up with a father figure in my life.
you did
Hell yeah.
you did
Two.
and did you respect them?
Hell yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought you was about to say hell no. I was about to say,
Hell,
okay, then shit. There we
I was
go.
about to say
LBC,
hell
we
yeah.
got it. We hit it on the head.
Hell
No, but
yeah.
see, I think it comes with you just want. It's like I feel where you're coming from, right? Because I also had my granddad, and that nigga was on my ass about everything. But at the end of the day, it's like I don't. I'm a person that thinks ahead, right? I'm knowing that if I cause more of an inconvenience, that it's only gonna cause me more of an inconvenience at the end of the day, right? So if I'm asking you all these what questions and this question, like, yeah, I want to know why is you what you need my ID for sure. But I'm knowing that if I come at you in a certain way, for one, I'm a black person. I have to understand the stereotype that comes with that. For two, I'm a black man that's 6'4" with dreadlocks. So I have to know and tattoos. So I have to know that if I pose you any form of threat, it might be a bad day for me at the office, right? So for me, it's more so of an idea like, all right, I'm understanding that I'm in a white America and that I have to live by a white American's rule. And if I gotta get this man my ID, here you go. But why you need my ID? Especially if I ain't doing nothing. Now, if I'm doing something wrong now, Mr. Officer, I don't even got my ID on me. I just lost my damn license. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on that type time. But I mean, me being a law-abiding citizen, I ain't doing nothing wrong. Oh, here you go, sir. But what's the reason for pulling me over?
Law-abiding
I'm a,
citizens, we got our rights too, though, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Though we got the
Right,
right
for
not.
sure. You have the right to remain silent, for sure.
I'm a, I'm a, I'm a talk shit.
Hell no.
No,
And that's
that's
where
the right
everybody
though.
getting
That's
stuff
really
at,
what it is.
though.
Like he can pull up. Like, see, for you in that instance where you're walking down the street, you really just have the right to remain silent, and you can keep on pushing. If he stops you and detains you, well, now y'all have a conversation. But that right that you talking, yeah, you have the right to remain silent. You
No.
don't have to offer him anything. You don't have to talk
Ohio,
to him about it.
Ohio is a show ID state, so it's the law. If the police stop you actually for your ID by law.
But you can
So
still show them, like, you can show, you don't have to have the physical, you can show proof of that, like in some form.
I mean, as long as you're showing them ID, it's no issue. That's the
Yeah,
whole
they're not
point.
gonna give you a hassle.
Like I think that being in
it,
the
it,
police
it,
would be
it
probably
shouldn't
more
be a
beneficial.
problem, but y'all is not about to just keep harassing me, keep blowing down because I fit a
So what's
description.
your definition of harassment?
Keep blowing down, asking for my ID. What are you asking for my ID? Do
So if
I
they're
fit a
pulling you over and
description?
they give you the reason why they're pulling you over, and after they give you the reason and you still trying to give them rebuttal excuses, like where do you
You
go
saying
from there?
I'm saying I'm walking from work home
Hmm.
and I get stopped and harassed. Like, okay, in DC, so they were just going up to people. I think they arrested 300 people. I wonder how many like people who wasn't on that was they just harassed.
Okay, so you never know what's happening on the inside either. Like, sometimes like they get like sometimes shit could be going on. Like just like they'll pinpoint a vehicle. You think like if somebody just hit a crime with this type of vehicle description and they don't have a valid license plate number, that they're not gonna be rolling and hitting every car that looks like that vehicle, pulling them over saying, "Hey, license and registrations," and you
They
never know
can
what's
pull
going on
Man,
the backside of that.
scratch that. I'm about to talk about this DC thing because HB, you know good and well that they trying to clean up them streets in DC, and you know
Oh,
good
it's
and well
good.
that them folks know. Hold up, wait, pause, wait. You know that them folks know that they not supposed to be on them streets like that. So if you on them streets like that, what you expect to happen? That's the thing that I'm saying. Like we talk about how they're doing this wrong and they're doing this wrong, but what the fuck is we doing wrong? Are we doing the thing right that we supposed to be doing? If them folks tell you to stay the fuck away, 300 yards away from the White House, but you want to decide to come 250 to test a gangster, what the fuck you think gonna happen? They the government. They gonna do what they do.
That's just the law for them to be able to harass black folks.
See, that's what I'm
It's
saying,
not just
bro.
about black folks though.
But
It's the
it's
mindset.
good.
It's the
Any folks
mindset
that's
that has
standing in
the.
their
Anything
way,
that's
it's any
stopping,
folks that's standing in their way.
I mean, anything that's
Y'all know
stopping
we
the
don't have a
violence.
racial issue. It's a social issue right there, right now, right? It's a social class issue.
Hmm.
They not
We want to
they
eliminate low poverty people. We want to get rid of the impoverished people, the people that can't afford day-to-day living, that just cause nothing but dirt. The type of people that would hop in a car that somebody giving them a ride to and rob you. Not saying it has to be a certain skin color. It's just that
Hmm.
mindset. Those people They're trying to eliminate those people. If you wanna rectify and classify yourself and put yourself in that box with those people, hey, be my guest. That's up to you. I can't sit here and say they're doing that for black people. I'm only saying they're doing that to those people that want to be out on the fucking street and want to be causing fucking havoc, bro.
And that's
It's
black,
whoever.
white,
I
or
see white
whatever.
people on the street. I see Indian people on the street. I see all different type of people. It's not just black. If you want to be
Yeah.
that person that's ignorant as fuck to go try your luck over there, hell yeah, man. Be my fucking guest. Get your top blowed off. I'm not gonna cry about it.
I bet you they ain't out in the suburbs hopping out on people.
Because the suburbs ain't coming to their territory, laying on the street and garbaging up their street, leaving piss bottles in front of the White House.
But they're not tolerating that in their community.
Okay, so
It's a
now
The white
representation
people,
of
the
why we
white
need to
people,
protect our community.
are
We
we
need
talking
to.
about? Are we
Can I
talking
ask a
about
question?
like menace to society people, or are we talking about homeless people, or are you just saying everybody in a bunch?
I'm talking about everybody that fits
Or
that description. If you out there in them streets and you want to be a part of that group of people that's in the area doing things that you ain't supposed to be doing, that's the group of people I'm talking about. Whatever your color is, whatever your age is. What's up, LBC? You said you had a question. What's up?
I got a question. After I make this quick point, okay, so I definitely agree. This is not a race issue. This is a poor people issue, right? Right? So can I
Right.
ask, and y'all know I love y'all. So why was it necessary to make the point earlier? I live in a white neighborhood now. It's this and this and this is good because it's a white neighborhood now. Y'all made that point,
Because
but y'all just said we ain't talking about race.
well,
I'm just saying.
because that tends to be that that's a funny thing that you say that. Do you realize? All right, so what is the poverty level? 26,000, 25,000, somewhere around there. You know, PG. All right, so I think I'm gonna look it up real quick, but I think the poverty level is like 20 something thousand. Hold up.
I agree with you that it's about economics.
Poverty level.
I think that I do know that shit varies from state to state, so it's not something that you could just pinpoint because the cost
But
of
we're just
living is
talking about
different
for
from
our
state to
state.
state.
Okay, so we want to know for this state then, okay?
Well, you got to go for DC because that's where the shit is happening.
Okay.
It didn't happen here, so
The poverty level for Washington D.C. is what? 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 No, this ain't telling me nothing.
you gotta if you asking it, you gotta ask it like what income classifies as below the poverty line.
But
Oh yeah, because every state baseline is different for
Yeah.
that for sure.
while y'all looking that up, I will say I've been watching these videos. I've been watching the people in Washington. I've seen the guy say, I wear my jewelry out now. I ain't gotta tuck my shit in now. I mean, that's dope. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, that's fucking great. That's fucking great. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be some.
$32,000.
It's gonna be some. It's gonna be something that's
Yeah,
coming from it.
$32,000 annually.
All right, so
Pass
the poverty level for
20
Washington
years.
D.C. for a family, it says is $32,000.
Yeah, and that's a year. That's your yearly income.
Per
That's
year.
your yearly income. Oh wait, that's weird though, because it say for a household of four.
Not
That's
even a
fucking
lot.
crazy.
Yeah, think about it. That's
But
a
that's not a
Walmart
lot.
job. That's a Walmart job. That's
All
Family
right, so
Dollar.
boom.
That ain't
Now,
shit.
LBC. I
That's
just want to point this
McDonald's.
out now because you know that the poverty level is that. Do you know what the average black American's income is?
No.
For a female, it's about 35,000, and for a male, it's about 45,000. So we like right there at the cusp of poverty, right? For a white man, I think it's like 50 something thousand, and for a white woman, it's like 42,000. So granted, you know what the average is. It means the highest to the lowest numbers, and all added divided by number. You know the formula. So what I'm saying is, granted, there are a lot of black people that are in poverty. There's also a lot of white people that's also in poverty. So it still comes back down to a social issue or whatever I said when I said I'm in a white area now. Well, that means that typically, you know, more white people come to stay in this area of town to get, I guess, I mean, I would assume it's how geopolitics has drawn the maps and whatnot, but that's just how it goes. You know, they create townships and stuff where typically this is surrounded where these people tend to live at, right? Like if I go to Akron, I see another class of people. When I come to Stowe, I typically see a different race of people. Not saying that's where they all are, and not saying that there's no other race, but typically I'm gonna see this one group of people in Stowe or in Solon or in Beechwood or wherever else we want to speak of, you know. So that's why I said that.
All right.
I just want to know why y'all don't agree that Trump is the greatest president that we've had in ever.
Taking that.
Go ahead, PG. HB. Somebody tell them what.
Jazz, like I want to get on that.
I said taking
I'm
that.
gonna let Jazzy do it.
Taking that.
Y'all said she said take a nap.
Take a nap.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I guess he is. Ain't nobody got nothing to say.
I mean,
y'all got something to say.
It's really, what can you say? Everything he's done, bro, all the things that he's done in his, we are only.
That's opinionated. That's all.
Less than a year.
That's why I'm not
PG,
speaking on it.
PG, see, it's not opinionated because this is all based off of 7 months of what we've seen, documents signed, agendas pushed, bills pushed, things shut down, things addressed, things not addressed. It's what we've seen. I can tell you this. When what's that man? Who was the last president? What's that man's name?
Biden.
Oh, Joe Biden. When Joe Biden was in office, bro, I ain't even never see this man. I ain't hear nothing that was going on. Not a damn thing that happened. I can't think of shit he did. Whenever the last president before that was Trump. We're not gonna speak about that, but before that president was Barack Obama. The only thing I remember him for was healthcare and fucking homosexual laws. The president before that, George Bush, incompetent ass motherfucker that allowed the terrorist attack to happen on American soil. The president before that, Bill Clinton, getting hit in the Oval Office, got impeached. The president before that, another George Bush, same situation. Come on, bro, like what is we talking about? And I know y'all ain't that much fucking older than me, so I'm asking y'all, what president did y'all ever get to see that ever did anything on the level of what the fuck Trump is doing for us right now?
And then did what he said he was gonna do in a matter of months.
This is not opinion, PG. This is not opinion, LBC. This is not a fucking opinion. This is all facts. Y'all tell me what has happened. Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, I'll give him credit. I remember him dropping bombs on all type of shit. I don't know whether he was doing the right thing or not because I was too young to understand. But from the shit that I know about, from what I can recollect in my 35 years of living, Trump is the best fucking president we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one that's actually getting shit that matters fucking done.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you feel.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
I never looked for the government to help me ever. So I never looked for a president to do. I never gave a fuck what the president was doing. I don't give a fuck what Trump's doing. I don't need Trump to do shit for me right the fuck now. You understand what I'm saying? I never do.
I'm watching what he's doing because what he's doing is moving. He moving sneaky. So.
Tomorrow, Trump ain't doing shit for me.
Why is he not doing nothing for you? Okay, let me ask you this, LBC. Do you work overtime? Do you work overtime at your job?
Yeah, I work overtime at my job.
Oh my God!
All right, so he helping you. He helping you.
Beautiful people just helped you out, my boy. You getting extra
money. You ain't even getting your overtime tax.
I was working overtime before that.
Okay, but now he's in presidency and he's just changed the bill, so you get free overtime now. Your money is not taxed in overtime no more. That's something for you.
Thanks. Cool. I
What
appreciate it.
president did that for you?
I was. It don't. I don't give. Once
Ah,
again.
that's
So
ungratefulness.
Once
LBC, I'm gonna
again.
say something. I'm gonna say something
I
before you
don't
get
look
into
to
that
the
spiel. I'm gonna
government.
say
I
something
don't
before
look
you
to
get
the
into that spiel.
government.
Hold up now, hold up now, hold up. Before you get into that spiel, I'm gonna say something. I know a lot of niggas that used to tell me I ain't working overtime because they take more in taxes from when you work overtime than when you work your regular hours.
Yup.
Now what the fuck we gonna
Same.
say? I'm working fucking overtime. If you're not working overtime, you a fucking lazy bum. And that's how I feel about it. Now that's an opinion.
Most definitely.
That nigga
Most definitely an
Jay.
opinion, or most definitely you agree, PG. Which one?
No, it's most definitely an opinion.
Oh, okay. So you disagree then?
No, I just said it's most definitely an opinion.
If you that you a lazy bum if you ain't working overtime in 2026.
Yeah, it's definitely an opinion.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, you ain't got no ambition to chase no money. But hey, look. So
No,
what else we got?
it ain't
LBC?
that cut and dry. A lot of people don't need to work overtime because they make enough money at their job. Like
That's
cool.
what
Like
I'm
they have a
saying.
good
If
job.
you're
Like only
okay, so
on
every go ahead.
like the a lot of times like people work overtime because they need more money or the job itself demands it. Like sometimes people are forced into overtime. Like 9 times out of 10, I remember back in the day when I was younger, we used to have work overtime when I was at them slave jobs. Like them fucking the factories and shit. They make you work overtime because they got production and shit that they got to meet. And niggas that's already working there ain't doing what they supposed to do. So y'all shit short. So that's the reason why y'all got to work overtime. Because you know what I'm saying? So I don't remember overtime being such a thing to be like, oh yeah, I just want some more money. Give me some overtime. Like a lot of times jobs will be like, nah, nigga. Because a lot of times jobs don't want to pay overtime because as an employer, jobs, that's time and a half. So a lot of times jobs will find a reason to be like, yeah, don't work. I know my job is corporate. There a lot of times they be like, don't work no overtime unless you got to, because we ain't paying your ass for that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They really be on that shit. Like we give you enough money as it is. Don't work no overtime because niggas would be fucking just writing that shit and just stealing money. You know what I'm saying? Stealing money from the company, just writing overtime on their shit or you know what I'm saying? So like it's different in every situation. So I'm not
In
just
a
that's why
world where
I say that's definitely an opinion.
in a world where we live paycheck to paycheck as American society, it is a statistic that shows that about 67% of Americans live check to check, even up to $100,000. You're telling me that if a company you're working for gives overtime, you don't work that overtime when they not taxing that shit, so you getting free time and a half money. You don't have you telling me that doesn't mean you don't have ambition or drive and you just not a lazy bum at that point? Is that what you're saying, PG?
Nah, that's what you saying.
I could have swore that's what you just said, because I said
That's what
that
you
was an
saying. I'm
opinion.
telling you, I just told you that every case ain't the same. I just told you that every job don't. I just told you me myself. I've never
Okay,
worked a
so
job where
okay,
niggas
but you're
came up to
talking about
me
jobs
and
that
was
don't
like, "Hey,
offer
y'all want some
overtime.
overtime?
Okay, but you're talking
Hey,
about
y'all want
jobs that
overtime?"
don't
That ain't
offer
never
overtime.
happened.
That's
That ain't
not
never
what this
happened.
is about. I'm
That ain't.
talking about
That's
if
not what
you
I'm
have the
saying. You're
opportunity
not
to
listening.
get
That ain't what I
overtime,
said.
then that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. That's what I said was the opinion. If you have a job that you can get overtime and you're not working it, then you're a lazy bum. You said that's an opinion, so that
That
meant
is
you
an
was a
opinion.
contrary to what I said.
No, that's just an opinion. I'm agreeing that that's an
It's
opinion.
not an opinion. If you got the opportunity to work overtime and you're not working it, you're a bum. That's a fact.
Whatever. Maybe you got to go get your kids. Like everything's situational. Like
Yeah,
you
I
like to always
was
put
just
shit in. You like to always put shit in stone. Like everybody's case, like they just got nothing to do but work. Like I get it, but life ain't like that, my nigga. Like everybody's shit different. Like so, I never go on things like, oh, if you do this, that.
If
If you
you
do this,
can,
that. Because a lot of
if
people
you
don't
can,
got. A lot
if
of people
you
can't
get
work overtime. A
money
lot of
and
people can't be like, hey,
you're able
can
to
you
pay
watch
for
my child?
childcare
Like
now.
that just happens, bro. A lot of people can't be like, hey, can you watch my like? It just happens, my nigga. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you like to say everything is in stone, and it ain't really like that. Shit is water.
That is how it is.
Shit,
because at the end of the day,
life is water.
At the end of the day,
it flows.
At the
life
end of
is
the
water,
day,
it
people
flows,
have
my
things
nigga.
set up. They set things up for that reason. You set yourself up to be able to do those things. So if you want to work your overtime and you want to get that extra money so you don't have to worry about the same things that you're talking about, you go find a way to get that overtime. If you're not, you continue being stuck in the same place.
But I can never call anybody that's working a bum. Period.
I didn't say a person that's working is a bum. I said if you're not working your overtime, if you're not getting over, if you're not getting to that bag, if you ain't trying to get to that bag, you was being a lazy bum.
You a bum. I get it.
Yes, if you ain't getting to that bag, you a bum for sure. For sure, it's no doubt about it.
A bum don't have a job. A bum don't have a job.
See, you taking things and you running with it in a whole nother light, bro. You went to a whole different way with it. That ain't even the context of what I'm saying, PG. PG, I'm saying if you have a job and you're able to work overtime and you do not work your overtime, you're able to, but you choose not to, you're a fucking bum. You have no ambition. You're not trying to do better. You're not trying to get yourself ahead. You have the opportunity to make your 40 hours and you get a time and a half increase. So if you're making $15, you're going to be making $20 an hour for every extra hour you work. And you don't want to take that, you want to make an excuse for that, then you are being a lazy bum. You don't have ambition and you're not trying to get ahead. There's no opinion about it. That's a fact.
Move on. That's your opinion.
LBC or HB, do y'all have anything to say about that? Do y'all disagree with that also?
Well,
go ahead.
You said that was the opinion statement. So, I agree that it's an opinion statement. Listen, I'm an overtime type of nigga. That's me. You feel me? I'm an overtime type of nigga. I work every fucking bit of overtime they offer me. I take that shit. That's how I am. But the people that's saying no, I wouldn't consider them just a lazy bum. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe they got a schedule. Maybe they got, I don't know. I'm not going to just be like, well, Jack said nah, so he must be a lazy ass bum. You feel me? But I feel what you're saying.
We're not going directly like that. We're not going directly like just because Jack didn't go this week, he going. What I'm saying, okay, it's like this. I have a guy that I work with at my job.
Well, let me restate it then. If Jack always say no to overtime, always, I still feel lazy as bum. As long as he's doing his regular 40 and getting. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
I would say that he lacks ambition in general. Yeah, I can get to that.
That was the completion of my statement, was the fact that I said it was a bum and that you have no ambition and you have no drive to do better. Given the fact that we know that most people that we're around always say they don't make enough money at their job as it is. Most people that we know in life always want to be able to do more but aren't able to because they can't afford to do more. So with that being said, if you have this understanding, you want to do more, but you can't do more. Well, when you have the opportunity to work overtime, you choose not to work the overtime, but you continue to complain, you're a fucking bum.
I will say this. If you are struggling and overtime is being offered and you don't take it, then yeah, you are a lazy bum.
And this is the context that I'm using.
Yeah, that's what pretty much what he was saying. Like,
yeah, if you good in life, if you good in life, 9 times out of 10, you probably not even like 9 times out of 10, bro, you probably not working a job if you're doing good in life.
What? I think that's what PG was saying too, though. Like he good, so he don't need overtime. But
yeah, no. Okay, so if you are good, you're 9 times out of 10 not working a regular job. You're probably doing something else. If you have to rely on a job,
you kind of changed it up from what you was first said. It sounded like you were just saying if they offering and you don't take it, then you know what I'm saying, you bum activity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that.
Because there's a certain character about that person that's already drawn.
Like PG was saying, like if you don't need it, some people got other streams of revenue. You know what I'm saying? That might take money from what I'm doing over here if I'm always at work. But how you gonna raise your child properly if you're trying to get to the bag and you just always going to work?
Right. So I get all of that, right? And I'm not saying anything about that. What all I'm saying is, okay, in most situations, bro, a person that's doing good, you don't need a job in the first place. So you're probably not working a job because you're using those other streams of revenue to make your money. If you're working a job, I can't unless you're working a career, that's a completely different thing. You went to college and you're in this career field, you probably got a whole nother track than a person that's working a job. Like a job is where you at a warehouse, in a factory, you at McDonald's, Burger King. These are jobs. Not technically per se.
I think we took your point wrong when you said if you ain't getting overtime, you a lazy bum. This is your show, but I don't want it to get stuck on that one low ass point. You feel me? But I think we took.
That's a good point to be stuck on, because I think we all have our we was disagreeing. I wanted to get that cleared up. We got to get that clear because we got the viewers. We owe the viewers the clear clarification of what do we entitle as a bum. So we need to make sure that it's all clear.
Well, like
I think we all have the same understanding for sure, but maybe the way I said it, y'all didn't hear it or didn't agree with it because it was like, whoa, wait, no, nigga, nah. And so we adding clarification to it at this point. Go ahead, T. You were saying something.
Oh no. I think that like what LB was saying, like I think that they wasn't understanding at first. That's why I was like, no. I think it's like taken out of context because it's like it's not to say that. It's really just like if it's offered and you just be like keep denying it. We as people can't complain about not having money when we all know that like most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Like it's basically, what's being said. Like if it's offered, then you just lack ambition and drive to get money. That's more so.
Look, we shouldn't have to live like that to where you have to go work overtime just to pay your bills.
It's unfortunate. We live in those days now.
See,
We got people that's been in retirement for years that have to get out of retirement and go back to work. Like it's just unfortunate.
It's not even that for real. For me, it's like this. I look at it this way. If I'm working, right, I work 40 hours and then I work anything that's overtime. So my 40 hours should be whatever I'm making in my 40 hours. Ideally, if I'm not with a partner, I should be making enough money to cover my life. Anything that's overtime is the money that I'm using to invest into either what I'm trying to get myself into or put myself into investments, and so that I don't have to fucking work. So the overtime is not to say, oh, I need this overtime because I have to pay these bills because my life is so fucking expensive. The overtime is the money that you're supposed to be getting, this extra stack of money, so that now I can say, all right, I worked 6 months straight overtime and I done stacked up 10 bands. I can probably go put a down payment on a house because all of us out here renting, we all talk about wanting to buy a house. Or I can take this 10 bands and I can go invest into an investment property with somebody and we can flip this shit and turn it into 20 or 30. It's not about just saying, oh, I have to work overtime because I'm broke. It's working overtime because you're trying to do better for yourself. You have the opportunity to get more money. This shit only lasts for 3 more years. Once he out of presidency, the next president gonna try and flip that shit back. You gonna get taxed again. They're increasing taxes. They're increasing inflation. You have to make more money somehow. If you stay at the same job for 10 years, you lost money. Actually, you were actually supposed to change jobs every 3 years to actually stay competitive with the wages. People don't know that our community lacks the understanding of financial education. So we always say, oh, well, you don't need to do this because you have other things to do. No, motherfucker, money is everything for real. If we don't have money, we can't do the shit we trying to do for our kids. And that's how I see it.
Bet.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta have money.
You gotta have ambition and drive to make the money.
But either way it goes, if anybody else don't have anything else to say, I think we can go ahead and end on that note. HB, PG, LB, Jazzy, T, anybody?
Nah, I think I appreciate y'all having us on here.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I'm glad y'all was able to make it.
Most definitely.
I'm glad y'all was able to spend a cool 2 hours with me.
Right.
Fact.
Yeah, definitely 2 hours.
All right, y'all want to shout yourself out? Give anything that y'all need to get y'all merch off, anything like that? PG, anybody?
No, you already know, man.
Yeah.
BlackMoneyMediaLive.com, man. You already know. Just Cruise everywhere. Anywhere, Apple Tune, Spotify, Tidal, everywhere, man. You already know, man. Just the Facts podcast. We on here. You feel me? Real game, no gimmick. Ladies' night coming soon, man. And the redeployment
For
podcast,
sure.
man. Doing numbers, man. Let's go. And shout out to Dubby Energy, man. Go get that Oriental pack, that Japan pack. Get ready to leave. Go hit that shit, man. W.GG. Put
What's
in
W,
real.
man? Talk to me about W real quick. What's that?
W is an energy drink, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an energy powder. You know what I'm saying? It's juice. So it's not like Red Bull. It's all natural. It's made with the coffee. You know what I'm saying? Coffee fruit extract. No
Yeah.
jitters. You know what I'm saying? It's really focused on focus more than have you giving you some wings or some shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Got me wings.
I
Got me
like
wings.
that. I
It
like
got
that.
flavors or what? They got different
Yeah,
flavors
hell
or
yeah. They
what?
got hella flavors, man. Get on there, man. W.GG, man, and check it out, man. They got
W.GG. How you spell that, bro?
DUBBY.GG.
DUBBY.GG.
You
I'm gonna
can put
drop that
in
in
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I like
comments too.
that.
I'm gonna put that in the comments and the links and
Yeah,
all that stuff. Good
we got
shit.
we got 2 or 3 codes in the family, man. You can put in real game, no gimmick. Well, is it the real game? Is it real game, no gimmick? You can put real game, no gimmick, or you can put PG the Hustler in there, man, for 10%
All right,
off
for sure.
your entire order, man. So you know what I'm saying? Hit that up if you mess with the energy. If you need that while you working.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
While
sure.
your ass at
For
work.
Hey.
sure.
Yes.
All
Hey,
right,
man.
bet. All right, bet.
Most
All right, well,
definitely,
it's
man.
been real. It's been real. It's been real. It's been real. Hopefully, we get y'all back next week and all that good stuff. Just the facts signing out.
Hey.